Sand Devil Necropolis is a huge problem for a lot of players. I'm one of those players. Maybe you aren't. I am, and I think a lot of you probably are. And by huge problem, I mean you're not really able to farm the higher stages. Let me tell you how I went from being stuck on basically stage 13, 14, no auto 15, no auto 16, and now I think probably tonight I'll actually be pushing forward from 17 if I can get through this gear check. How did I do it? Well, we didn't whale out, we didn't pay to win. In fact, this is a 100% free to play, recommendable, enjoyable guide. It's 100% free to play. All we're using is Crohnam and Djamarsa, or DJ is what we'll call it the rest of the video, because I'm sure that I'm butchering that anyway. DJ doesn't even need gear. It doesn't matter what stats you have. It doesn't matter what ascension you have. The reason that we have her and we use Crohnam is because of Crohnam's passive. I just recently turned him to 60. Yeah, somehow hard to find. Look at the gear here. You get a sense of the stats that are going to be required to being solo 16 sand level. In fact, I think once we can max this gear out, we're probably actually going to be able to push up to 20 or so. I should look at affinity. Freeze! Stop right there. Click the link in the description right now to get a free legendary champion, Corrado the Fox Hunter, and 3 amazing epics as you level up. Here are the exact steps that you need to do to get this going on. Step 1. Log out of Player and play on PC. If you've never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work there too. Step 2. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Woohoo! Congratulations! That first champ is your free legendary, Corrado the Fox Hunter. And not only that, as you level up and progress, you're going to be getting Fane, Romero, and Vergus. So click the link below right now and get started on your amazing raid adventure. We have an attack that doesn't matter. We're not doing anything with our right click. We've got defense of 3458. It's great defense for us. Accuracy of 290. That's going to be fine for us. Currently, he's got an accuracy aura, and I'll show you that. This number is going to have to go up though as you push up to higher stages. There's no way around it. Currently, this is okay for me. Resistance, we're not doing anything with the resist. Crit rate, we're not doing anything with crit rate. Crit damage is just there because that's what happened to be the case. In fact, for accuracy, I think I'm going to actually be utilizing my Great Hall and be buffing that. Our HP is at 38,805. We have a 1-star blessing on him as well. And the blessing we're using is Intimidating Presence. This is just so it buffs our aura by itsy, teensy, tiny bit, because we need all the accuracy we can. As far as any of the other stats here as well, we got about 236 speed. All of that's going to be standard. We don't have a maxed out amulet. We don't have a maxed out top row. Our sub stats on ascensions are pretty bad. We're in defense clubs with speed. You might have better ones. We're in only a 5-star defense chest. So if you have a 6, please do a 6. And then of course, more speed is better. That's kind of the speed check here because his passive functions like this. If he's going to be revived every 4 turns, if he's casting abilities, you need him to take a bunch of turns. If he dies, it's because of that. We also put one of the new relics on him. This is part of why I'm kind of getting around some of the gear checks. So if you try this, you have the exact stats and you're not able to do 17, well, 16, it could be the relic. This relic is totally cracked out. It's fantastic. Ignore the attack. That's because he's constantly going up and above 50%. So he's getting heals. He's getting a few thousand extra heals. I think it's like a 5k heal for him. Actually, I can tell you exactly. Yes, so it's 3,800. It's a 3,800 heal. Not a game breaker, but it's solid. This is just a basic regen. This is way better in Immortal, by the way. I think even with the same stats, but I can't hit them, we would actually be able to succeed. So this is free to play. If you don't know how to get Crohnam, I'm sorry, I should have already done this. Go to referral program. Yeah, these are all my other accounts. If I can actually find the logins for these, I should probably finish them up and pick up the sacreds as well as this kind of cool skin. Actually, I'm not sure that it's better. For you to be honest, Midgard skin kind of mid, but all you got to do to get Crohnam is you're going to have first 3 accounts. I say all you got to do. You're going to take those to level 10. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to get to Djamarsa. You have to finish out these accounts all the way to 50. I ground this aggressively, all free to play, but aggressively ground this on like computers, letting them run overnight because it extra PCs.
6 monitors, 6 consoles, 10 computers.
You probably might not be in that boat. Let's be honest.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
So this might take you 2 months. This right here might take you 2 months. Then you need to go back and get 3 more accounts. Well, of course you're gonna get rewarded, right? You're gonna get 3 voice shards, 6 books, 3 sacreds, and you get a bunch of XP days. It's not like you're not getting anything. Then you go to this guy right here. You are gonna be getting rewarded at level 40 with Crohnam fragments. And of course 3 more voids, 6 more books, and then some sacreds if you get it finished out. This is free. It might take you 2 to 4 months. Probably not 4 because you only have to get to 4 here, but let's say 3 months. That's a long time. And Raid Shadow Legend terms, that's a long time. But It's 100% free, and if you want to know life out on a computer, you can do it faster. I think the fastest I took it counts to 50, something like 40 days or so. I don't think I have that math anymore, but if I do, I'll put it up. Now, we're working on team preset here, and I highly recommend using an AI preset because I found Crohnam was not using his A2 very much, which was a bit weird for me. He wasn't doing it, and in fact, actually, we don't want this to be the opener anymore because he's just a tad faster. If you can get him even faster than this, well then, good for you. DJ doesn't matter. We don't need presets, and these are foods. We're actually able to farm food here. This is going to be on 16. Sand Devil, Necropolis, if you don't know, I guess, what you'd be doing with Sand Devil, it's how you're going to ascend gear. Everybody gets wiped, absolutely gets nuked out here. Then he's going to get an HP burn, he's going to get his A2 off, he's going to be attacking. And all he has to do is not get popped before he takes 5 turns. Now, if you were to put him at, say, 250 speed, I think this is easy peasy. He's under a decreased speed buff, we have no resistance, and he pops back up, and he's going to go again. Now, when the timing lines up, it's great, because he pops back up, and he uses his burn. Yeah, we could manual this, but I'm not really interested in manualing it. This is a full auto setup on 16. It's good to go. Moving forward into 17, for me, I'm just a tad too slow, and I just don't have the gear. But if you were to have a soul for this guy, for example, oh my goodness, amazing. Like, absolutely fantastic. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna do a little magic edit and we'll cut to the end so you guys don't have to watch the run here, but I'm gonna watch the run because hey, it's nice to have a full auto Sand Devil. This is a level that I was not able to successfully do with a team. I have 1 or 2 sleep champs on the entire account. I just recently got Cornelia, and yeah, actually substantially harder to make her work here than just get Crohnam fast enough and with a stat check enough. And I didn't even have to steal the gear from the account dump that we saw the other day. So we'll check in at the end here and come back with you.
2 hours later.
Welcome back. If you're wondering how the damage got dealt through this, it's in basically chunks of 41,000 because that's what the HP burn is going to pop for. If you had Brimstone and you had a better blessing for it, and you'll see the HP, 41,000, 167, and then he procs it. This works great for me. This is absolutely 100% success rate here on SD 16, and that is what I'm looking for. This is even a success rate at a lower level. I took him to 60 here just so we can get his defense up, because we need him defense and speed, obviously. But the big nuke, by the way, from Sand Devil does ignore 100% of defense, so that's just about HP. The thing is, you need him fast enough so when that big nuke comes through, he can just be killed. He can just straight up be wiped. And because he is using himself as a aura lead, he's also got the accuracy to compete. Now 17, Sand Devil, is going to have just a little more beefcake to him, and 17 is where we kind of falter. Crohnam also has potential as well. I don't want to do a video on it here today, but Crohnam also has potential, even I think for some solo spider action. I use him in my spider team. Crohnam is fantastic in my spider team. Just if we want to shout out Crohnam actually for this, there we go. Taurus is for a different team for my spider, but whatever, we can show that a different day. He's amazing. He's got an HP burner, he has a self-heal, he comes back from the dead, he's got a duo partner, you know, he's got his lady, and his lady's boosts from using them together. I don't even know what she does. Does she help at all with him? Okay, when she heals them, he automatically spams. Okay, that's kind of cool, but I mean, she's just dying here, and she's fully unbooked. Now, Crohnam does need to be booked here. Like, he definitely needs to be booked. If you want to get this done in that time that's not longer, you saw my time was 4 minutes on this. Great skill. The revive and the 50% turn meter is amazing. Without the turn meter, we would not be making this run. Now, if you were to buff the stats from what I have here, of course, I would probably want to pick a better amulet with substat rolls. Crit damage is nothing for us here. This is actually a good banner for me. I'm not going to complain. On the main set, the substats are actually terrible. I mean, this is genuinely awful substat roll for us. We're using 2 feral because I need the speed boost. I think it'd be pretty easy for a lot of players that have been around a while to get better gear than this. We've seen Regen kind of come up with the comments that a lot of people watching are able to do this. Now, are you already able to kill Sandal at that point? Maybe. If so, congratulations. But for me, I need lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pots. I'm not at that point, and I would love to be able to get it to this point here where we're able to auto Sand Devil 17. And I think there's probably a lot of people like me that way. I bet there's a lot of folks that are kind of locked in on Sand Devil. They don't really have a good spot. Like, they're not ready to go yet. And hopefully this gives you guys a good starting point as well. I imagine there's better solo teams than this. I know there's cool Godseeker and Neri teams. I think there's teams that use Selenia, Night Stalker, the rare. But for me, this is kind of my one option to use. And yeah, I recommend it. This is a great truly free to play option. Sometimes the free to play is like, yes, it's free to play if you're here for a fusion. Like, 2 years ago, and that's not wrong. It's still free to play. It's definitely not free to play for me on this account, if that were to be the case. And I'm hoping to produce guides that are a little bit more in this vein, that are free to play within reason wherever you've started. In fact, I'm really looking to put together a nice guide for some low-level Doom Tower bosses, stuff like Scarab King, for example. I have stuff like Griffin that have been touched on in some of my other videos, but I have struggled understanding everyone's champs are different beyond the starters. How do people want me to put that together? Because I want to make guides that help other new players. I think that's fun for me. I enjoy it. It's fulfilling even. But how do I go about doing that if everyone's champs are so random? So if I use an Armiger, that's pretty accessible, right? But then what if I were to put an Apothecary in that team, a rare, right? What if I was to do the unthinkable and I was to put an Epic in that team? What do you do with that, right? What do you do with that? So let me know. Actually, if you don't mind, let me know in the comments. And then if you also don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel. It's fun for me. I like to see the number go up. I'm human like everybody else. And right about in here is typically where this run is going to fail, by the way. So this is, that 28k hit was a giga hit. What I'm going to do is let's see what it is at the end.
2 hours later.
We did it. We actually are going to get on 17. That's fantastic. The skill order is actually so instantly scuffed here that burn is not hitting like nearly as often as we need it to. But that is really great, actually. We're going to get our first 17 account kill. Okay. Whew. Whew. First one on the account, period. Yes, it's 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, baby. And we actually freaking got some greater oil. I dropped 1,000 energy, I think, on 14 auto the other day. I got 39. I don't know how it's possible I got 39. I guess because it's not always a round number, but I got 39 mediums. That's fantastic. I absolutely will take this. And yeah, that is actually so amazing. Let me show you guys before we end here real quick. That's what the stages tool shows on hellhades.com. The odds of getting a medium pot on 16 or 21%. We go up to 17. Go to rewards. It's up to 24%. So we got 3%. We have now a 10% chance on the bigs. So we should be getting less smalls. And this is where you're going to see the resistance. That number in orange is what you're going to need for accuracy. So yeah, and this is what you need to resist. There's just no world that I'm gonna have that resist at this point. We have 1.5 million HP to go through. Now, if we were to bump to 18, what would that do for us? Probably scary. 365. Yeah, okay, we accuracy checked. All right, guys, we accuracy checked. Thanks for watching the Casual Sandman video. I hope this was really helpful. I hope this unlocks Sand Devil for a lot of people, actually, and I hope that it gets you all the pots that you need. Enjoy.